Hello students, good morning. Hope everyone are doing good. Well students, we will move towards the lesson. Students, do you remember very first class I have given introduction to environment? I hope you got that point. So once again, just for fraction of seconds, I will go to the previous topic. Students, we know that Earth is our home planet. The life is possible. Life is exist only on planet Earth. Yes, and we have important domains. Domains means, for example, the land. Land is an important domain of Earth. Water is also important domain of the Earth, and air is also one of the important domains of the Earth. So in geography, we used to call hydrosphere, lithosphere, and atmosphere. So together we used to call biosphere. Life is possible only in planet Earth, not in any planet. Life is possible only in planet Earth. Life is exist only in planet Earth. We can see life, we can found life in planet Earth because of two reasons. One is water and air. Water and air is present in only in planet Earth compared to other planets in our solar system. So that's why this is the main reason why life is possible in planet Earth. Students, in today's class, we will discuss new lesson, that is plants and animals in water. Plants and animals in water. I think everyone are familiar with the plants and animals, especially in water. You know the concept of plant and you know the concept of animals, not in water. Okay, we are going to discuss. So what is there in this lesson? So we'll start the lesson, students. So once again, Earth is our home planet. You know already. So Earth is our habitat. So new word. Habitat is a new word. Okay, so what is the meaning of habitat? Habitat means the place where the life is exist, means where we can see, where we can found the life of any organisms, living organisms. So place where life is exist is called habitat. Is called habitat. So in geography, in EVS, in environmental science, we used to call ecosystem. Students, ecosystem is a biological community. Biological community. So in ecosystem is a new term. So more on the basis of this, you are going to learn more in higher studies when you reach higher studies. Ecosystem is, it is a biological community. So including microorganisms, bacteria. Okay. So bacteria, insects, animals, birds, human beings, mammals, forest animals. Mammals means tiger, lion, all those things, and trees, grass, all living organisms together we used to call ecosystem, biological community. Biological community. So we are all living organisms in planet Earth. So these living organisms found only in planet Earth. So we used to call habitat. Earth is our habitat. So on the basis of this, on the basis of the plants and animals, so we have categorized on the basis of where the life is possible. Where the life is possible. Life is possible everywhere. Life is possible in water, air, and in land also. On the basis of this, we have categorized. See, land. Life is possible in land. We are the very best example. Human beings. We can lead our life comfortably only in land, not in water, not in air. We can go, that's it. We can go inside the water and we can go to the air. But we can't able to lead our life permanently there. So it is possible only in land. So land, water, air, and arboreal. So I will explain. So land means terrestrial organisms. The living organisms which is found on land is known as terrestrial organisms. Next, water, aquatic organisms. Air, aerial organisms. Next, arboreal. So this is also new term for you. Arboreal means where the animals and birds can live in trees and branches. Trees and branches. On the basis of this, we have categorized the animals and birds and even plants also. Some plants can grow in land, some plants can grow in water. So, which is grow on land? Terrestrial trees, aquatic plants. On the basis of this, we have categorized. For example, land, human beings, mammals, forest animals are very best example. Next, water, aquatic organisms, fish is the best example, crocodile. Okay. Next, air, birds, arboreal, monkeys, chimpanzees, squirrel. So these are the example. So on the basis of this, where the life is possible, where we can found the life, on the basis of this, we have categorized like this. So this is an example for habitat. Just hold on, we will move towards the next concept. Well students, the next concept is aquatic plants. So what do you mean by aquatic plants? I told you before only, aquatic means water. So the plants where it is found in water is known as aquatic plants. So once again, these aquatic plants are categorized. These aquatic plants are categorized into free floating aquatic plants and rooted aquatic plants. Free planted aquatic plants and rooted aquatic plants. So what do you mean by free floating? As its name indicates, free. It does the plants doesn't have any restrictions. So it will float freely on the water, especially not in flowing water. We can say a storage water, where the water it is not going to move. It is going to stop. It is going to stand for some time in well or ponds and lakes, small snakes, small lakes. Pardon me. Sorry for the correction. So we can found aquatic plants. So plants that live in water are called aquatic plants. For example, so Olphia. So these are the name of the plants. These are the name of the plants. An example for free floating aquatic plants. Free floating aquatic plants. So Olphia, Pistia, water hyacinth. So these are the example for aquatic plants. So these are all example for free floating. So I told you before only. So what is the feature of these plants especially? So these plants float on water. It is going to float on the water and it will grow on the water. So why it is possible? So because this type of plants have spongy stems and with air tissues. Okay, so because of this spongy stem, so it will manage to float on the water and it is not going to sink in the water. The roots and the leaves are going to float on the water. So that's why we used to call free floating aquatic plants. Just hold on. So next is rooted aquatic plants. So rooted aquatic plants, so fixed to the soil, but their leaves float on the water. Especially the rooted aquatic plants fixed to the soil, but their leaves float on the water. Just observe this diagram, students. See, so this is a long stalk, just like a stem. We used to call stalk. And this is slush or stilt. Slush or stilt. So what is the meaning of slush or stilt? So especially deep under the water, these small sediments are going to settle down permanently, so which is not going to move. Especially this type of rooted aquatic plants we can find in small ponds and lakes, and where we can't able to find too deep. Okay, in slushy areas we can find these aquatic plants. So this have a root which is fixed to the slush or silt, and this long stalk will float on the water, and this leaves, very large leaves of rooted aquatic plants helps to float on the water, and these leaves won't absorb water because this is waterproof leaves. It has oily surface, it won't absorb any water content, and the flowers will grow towards up. I think you have seen, so lotus and lily, giant lily are the example for this. So this is about the rooted aquatic plants. Okay students, I think this is enough in this class. Just read the lesson, you will come to know, and read the lesson and underline difficult words and new words and practice. We will meet in next class. Thank you.